The archaeologist could hardly believe his eyes. He'd spotted a cowboy from over 100 years ago, motionless as a statue. No matter how he called out, the cowboy didn't react at all. Determined to solve the mystery, the archaeologist stepped cautiously into the cave. But just a few steps in, an eerie barrier appeared before him, as if the space beyond was cut off from the rest of the world. This only fueled the professor's curiosity. He forced his way through the barrier. As he drew closer to the cowboy, the figure slowly began to move. Right before the professor's astonished eyes, the cowboy vanished around a corner of the cave in the blink of an eye. What was even more bizarre, the moment the professor entered the cave, the entrance behind him started flickering wildly, as if day and night were alternating in fast forward. While he stared in confusion, a terrifying roar suddenly echoed from behind. Sensing danger, the professor sprinted toward the cave exit. But when he emerged, he was shocked to find it was already night. The truth was far more incredible than he could have imagined. He just parked his car nearby, but now it had turned into a junk car, as if it had been abandoned for years. At first, he thought he'd wandered to the wrong place until he found his own yellowed employee ID. That's when he realized how serious the situation was. He walked over to another vehicle and froze when he spotted a student's backpack. It belonged to one of his students. Chances were, the group had already entered the cave. The professor's hunch was correct. The moment he crossed the barrier, 5 days had passed in the outside world. Growing worried after he failed to return, his students had driven into the mountains to look for him. They found his car but no sign of him, so they entered the cave to search, leaving a chubby boy to stand guard outside. The rest rappelled down to the cave's bottom. They also felt the strange barrier but paid it little mind. But as a pair of sisters ventured deeper out of curiosity, a terrifying roar boomed through the cave. Terrified, they tried to climb back up only for the rope to suddenly snap. They assumed the chubby boy had cut it, but little did they know, years had passed in the outside world, and the rope had simply naturally deteriorated. Left with no choice, the group kept searching for another exit. Before long, they stumbled upon the chubby boy's body. Even more eerie, footage from his camera revealed he'd waited outside the cave for a full month. Desperate to find the others, he'd ventured into the cave too, but the rope snapped as soon as he climbed down. Even with the evidence right in front of them, the group couldn't believe it. After all, they'd only been down there for 10 minutes. Eager to escape, the girlie, who was good at climbing, scaled the cave's ceiling toward an opening above. When she finally pulled herself out, she screamed in terror. The once lush forest had turned into a barren wasteland. Glancing up, she spotted a huge unidentified flying object UFO, and the moon was twice its original size.